Hello everyone and welcome to Mathematics Schooling. In this episode of Challenging Questions series for JEE Advance, I'm taking a question from the topic Coordinate Geometry. The question is a previous AIME problem and I found it very much relevant to JEE Advance, so I'm taking it here. So let's start with the question. So here is the question. The question says that let S be the set of positive integers such that the two parabolas intersect in 4 distinct points and these 4 points lie on a circle with the radius at most 21. Find the sum of least element of S and the greatest element of S. Well, this question has been solved in many different ways. I will be sharing my approach of handling this question. Obviously, I'm using the concepts that we also learn for JEE Advance. So this is how you can or you will be able to connect it with the concepts that you have already learned. ठीक है, तो चलिए start करते हैं. What I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to read the question once again. Let's see क्या-क्या conditions question में दी गई है. They are saying that S is the set of positive integers K. यानी from this line, it is clear that I don't have to think about the negative values of K or the value K equals to 0. ठीक है, such that two parabolas. Of these two parabolas, yes, I can convert them into standard one by shifting of origin and all that. Intersect in 4 distinct points. Yani first condition is the two parabolas must intersect in 4 distinct points. Unka 4 points of intersection hona chahiye. And secondly, these 4 points lie on a circle. This is the second condition, that all the 4 points of intersection must be concyclic. And further, condition yahan pe khatam nahi hoti hai. Further, the radius of that circle should be at most 21. So many different conditions here. Using these conditions, you have to get all the possible values of K, all the possible positive integral values of K. And once you get that set, the last part of the question can easily be solved. What you have to do is, you need to get the sum of the least element of S and the greatest element of S. तो वो easily हम calculate कर लेंगे once I have the set S. तो चलिए start करते हैं. Question को solve करने के लिए कौन सी condition से आप start करना चाहेंगे? The 3 conditions are there. The first one is the parabola must intersect in 4 points. Second says that concyclic hai and the radius of that circle is at most 21. Well, I'm going to start with these 2 conditions. That means I'll start with the concyclicity and after that the radius of that circle should be at most 21. ठीक है ना? कैसे start करना है? तो आप parabola देख लो. वापस से I'm going to rewrite the parabola. The first parabola is x square minus y minus k equals to 0. Let this curve be represented with C1. And C2 is another curve. What is that second curve? That curve is 2 times y minus 20 का whole square minus x minus k equals to 0. ठीक है? तो ये हमारे पास 2 parabolas हैं. There are 2 curves. Now, the curve passing through the point of intersection of these 2 curves is always written as C1 plus lambda C2 equals to 0. ठीक है ना? C1 plus lambda C2 represents that curve which passes through the point of intersection of C1 and C2. So C1 plus lambda C2 is a curve. But I want to make it a circle because what I'm trying to say is the condition that I want to use is 2 parabolas ka point of intersection. The points of intersection that we will be getting are concyclic. So I just want to make this curve a circle. Just observe the 2 equations they have provided us. And C1 plus lambda C2 say you can easily interpret that lambda should be equals to 1 by 2. Basically, what I want to make is an equation in which the coefficient of x square and y square should be same. वो exactly same होनी चाहिए. तो मैं क्या करने जा रही हूँ? मैं इसे इस तरह लिखूंगी C1 plus 1 by 2, C2 equals to 0. This is of the form C1 plus lambda C2. That's why this curve will definitely pass through the points of intersection of C1, C2. Secondly, when you look at this equation, you will find that it is representing an equation of a circle. So I can say that C1 plus lambda C2 actually is the equation of circle passing through the points of intersection of C1 and C2. So चलिए लिख लेते हैं. Equation will become x square minus y minus k plus y minus 20 का whole square. So I expanded it because I want to write down the circle properly. उसका radius भी निकालना है हमें अभी आके. Equals to 0. Now, club the terms properly, write it so that it looks like a circle. X square plus y square. Then I have minus x by 2. How many y's are there? So minus 41y. Then constant, we have minus 3k by 2 and plus 400 equals to 0. So when the 4 points are concyclic, then this is the equation of the circle. What is the condition further they have given? They have given the condition that radius of the circle must be at most 21. So I'm going to find out the radius of the circle, for which center, first of all, if you write, the coordinates of the center will be minus g comma minus f. So accordingly, I'll get the center as 1 by 4 comma 41 by 2. ठीक है, radius निकालते हैं. We know the formula for the radius, root over g square plus f square minus c. अभी minus c का मतलब I'm going to write this one is plus 3k by 2 minus 400. What we need is, we want this quantity to be less than or equals to 21. Square both the sides and start simplifying the left hand side. What we will be getting, when you take the LCM over here, you will be getting it as 325 plus 24k less than or equals to, on the right hand side, I'm shifting 16, I'm cross multiplying it and writing it with 21 ka square. Yani it will be 441 multiplied by 16. So 441 multiplied by 16 actually turns out to be, this is equals to 7056. Solve करेंगे further. So 24k turns out to be less than or equals to, just shift 325 to the right hand side. You will be getting it as 6731. Solving it further, because I'm going to get the value of k. K की कुछ values तो shortlist हो रही है यहाँ पर. हमें मिलता है k less than or equals to 6731 divided by 24, which approximately turns out to be 280.4. Well, k is a positive integer. So right now I'm able to get the value of k as less than or equals to 280. Positive है तो 0 या उससे छोटी values नहीं ली जाएगी. So this is the first condition I got on the values of k. So let us write it as 1. Now I'll go back to the question and see what other condition do I have to check. The other condition says that the parabolas must intersect in 4 distinct points. ये जो parabolas हैं, they must intersect in 4 distinct points. ठीक है, अब अगर ये 4 distinct points पे intersect करवाने हैं, तो उसकी condition क्या use की जाए? So I'm just writing down the parabolas once again. What are the 2 parabolas they have given? So for the second condition, I'm rewriting the parabolas. Y is equals to x square minus k is the first parabola. The other one I can write as x plus k is equals to 2 times y minus 20 का whole square. ठीक है ना, ये 2 parabolas हैं and they must intersect in 4 points. Well, I'm talking about this first parabola. It is like x square is equals to y plus k. And the second one also I'm just writing like the standard form. ठीक है, इसे standard form की तरह मैंने लिखा y minus 20 का whole square, and on the right hand side you can write it as 1 by 2 times x plus k. ठीक है. What about the 2 parabolas, the vertex of the 2 parabolas? So I'm just going to trace here some rough sketches. ठीक है, हमने क्या किया? सबसे पहले हमने trace किया x-axis and y-axis. The first parabola now I'm going to trace. This parabola will have the vertex at 0, minus k. So this is 0, minus k because k positive है for the question. I'm assuming k to be positive. हम graph भी accordingly ही trace करेंगे. तो ये रहा first parabola which I have traced. This is the first parabola that we have. ठीक है, हमने इसे trace कर दिया. ठीक है, trace करने के बाद now we will be coming to the second parabola. अभी second parabola पर चलते हैं. अच्छा, second parabola के लिए what is the vertex? For the second parabola, as you can see, the vertex is minus k, 20. Minus k, 20 means one thing is clear, that the vertex is going to lie on the line y is equals to 20. So y equals to 20 means somewhere here we will be getting y equals to 20. Let this line be y equals to 20. I'm tracing it. So ये रहा line y equals to 20. On this line, we will have the vertex of second parabola. What is the x-coordinate of the second parabola? Vertex of the second parabola, it is minus k. K को positive लेकर solve करना है, तो minus k is going to lie on negative x-axis. Maybe over here, right? Maybe at this point, or maybe outside the parabola. Now see, different situations के लिए, for the different positions of minus k, 20, what are going to be the shape of the parabolas, or how many points of intersection we will be getting. So मैंने क्या किया, सबसे पहले vertex अगर मैं यहाँ लेती हूँ, you can see that the parabola is going to have only 2 points of intersection, right? You will be having only 2 points of intersection between the 2 parabolas. 1 point ये रहा, second ये रहा. So I'll just be having 2 points of intersection. What will happen if you take the vertex on the white parabola? अगर व्हाइट पैराबोला पे हमने वर्टेक्स लिया तो सेकंड पैराबोला का वर्टेक्स यहाँ लेने पर देयर विल बी मोर देन 2 पॉइंट्स ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन, राइट। अभी कंफ्यूजन ये है कि इट माइट बी लाइक या तो हमारे पास 4 पॉइंट्स ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन आएंगे या 3 पॉइंट्स ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन, बट वो भी हम बहुत इजीली आइडेंटिफाई कर लेंगे। हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट वी विल डिस्कस, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, if the vertex is outside the white parabola, if you have the third situation, so third situation mein the parabola ka vertex is over here, the parabola is going to be like this, right? Or it can also be like this. Wait, we can have another situation भी मैं ड्रॉ करती हूँ, उन सारे केसेस को फिर हम कंसिडर करके सॉल्व करना शुरू करेंगे। यानी हमारे पास थर्ड सिचुएशन ये भी हो सकती है जो डॉटेड पैराबोला आई एम ट्रेसिंग, ठीक है। इट इज वेरी ब्रॉड, इट इज सो ब्रॉड दैट you can see that how many points of intersection we will be getting in this situation, only 2 points of intersection. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास only 2 points of intersection आ रहे होंगे अगर मैं डॉटेड पैराबोला की बात करती हूँ। तो अब इतनी सारी सिचुएशन में एक चीज तो क्लियर हो गई है कि रेड पैराबोला इज टू बी डिस्कार्डेड, ग्रीन पैराबोला I'll have to verify, the blue parabola solid one 100% is to be taken, the blue parabola dotted one is to be discarded. The two parabolas must intersect in 4 points, na? So this is all I know about the two parabolas. So accordingly, I'll start putting the condition. सबसे पहले ये वाली condition discard करते हैं red वाली and this blue dotted one. How we are going to discard this blue dotted one? So blue dotted one you are going to get only when. अब देखो, अब इसे ध्यान से देखना because this is how I'm going to use the concept what we have learned for JEE Advance as well, है ना? तो हम लोग क्या करने जा रहे हैं, आप इस डॉटेड पैराबोला की पोजीशन को ध्यान से देखो। इफ यू वांट दिस डॉटेड पैराबोला टू बी द आंसर, देन वर्टेक्स ऑफ व्हाइट पैराबोला मस्ट लाई इनसाइड दिस पैराबोला, है ना। जो पॉइंट होगा दिस पॉइंट, द वर्टेक्स ऑफ द पैराबोला मस्ट लाई इनसाइड दिस डॉटेड पैराबोला। यानी जो पैराबोला का इक्वेशन दिया गया है, अगर तो वर्टेक्स this vertex, what was this, 0 comma minus k, if it lies inside another parabola तो ये situation possible है, but I don't want this situation। तो मैंने कहा ठीक है, I'll go and verify this situation। तो सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया, हमने उठाया the vertex of first parabola, the white parabola which is 0 comma minus k, I'm just going to put it in my parabola का equation, the second one, ठीक है। बेसिकली हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम ये चेक करते हैं y square minus 4ax, if it turns out to be negative, the point is inside the parabola. If it turns out to be positive, then the point is outside the parabola, है ना। तो आप इसे स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म में डेफिनेटली कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो, इसे कैपिटल Y, इसे कैपिटल X अज्यूम करके, ऑल द टर्म्स को लेफ्ट हैंड साइड शिफ्ट करके यू कैन कैलकुलेट दिस वैल्यू। सो दैट इज व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, बट इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग दैट शिफ्टिंग ऑफ ओरिजिन डायरेक्टली ऑल्सो आई एम गोइंग टू पुट। सो हमारे पास आता क्या है, आप लिखोगे इसे y को लिखा माइनस k, सो दिस विल बिकम k plus 20 का होल स्क्वायर, minus 1 by 2, x is 0, so multiplied by k. I just need to check whether this quantity can be negative, positive, or is it always 0. अभी always 0 तो नहीं है, but yeah, I can check it for always positive or always negative. तो हमने क्या किया, इसे LCM लेकर प्रॉपर लिख लेते हैं, और you can say 1 by 2 कॉमन लेकर लिखते हैं। It will be k square plus 40 minus 1, that is 39k I am getting here. And after that, now what I can write here is the constant term I'm getting is 400, right? This is 400. अच्छा, just a moment. इसे आप क्या लिखोगे, 39 minus 40k and plus 400 whole multiplied by 2, ठीक है ना। इसे whole multiplied by 2 because I took 1 by 2 common. After that minus k, and then I just want to check what exactly are we getting. This is the y square minus 4ax value that I'm getting. So I'm actually getting it as 2k square, this is plus 40k, so 80 minus 1 yani plus 79k, and plus how much we are getting, plus 800. Look at this quadratic, and yes, for quadratic we can easily find out whether it is always positive, always negative, or will it have positive, negative both values. So I'm interested in finding the sign of this expression. To get the sign of this expression, I calculated discriminant d. When I calculated discriminant d, it turns out to be 79 ka square, right, minus 4ac. Minus 4ac means 8 multiplied by 800. You can easily check that this quantity is turning out to be negative because ये 79 का square and it is 80 का square that we are going to get. So the quantity is negative. It clearly indicates that here the expression, which expression we are talking about, the expression that we have calculated here is always positive. ये always positive है. What do you mean by always positive? Always positive clearly indicates that ये dotted graph is rejected. Why this dotted graph is rejected? Because the point 0, minus k always lie outside the other parabola. This point always lie outside the other parabola. So I'll have to reject this blue wala graph. I rejected it. Now I have either red graph or green graph or blue graph, right? Either red or blue or green. Which two graphs I have to consider? I just need to consider the graph, the green one and the blue one. Red one is totally discarded. Ab red one is going to be discarded means again I'm going to take the help of position of a point with respect to parabola. कैसे लेंगे उसकी help? आप यहाँ पे फिर से check करो कि the vertex that we have here, it has the coordinates minus k, 20. The horizontal parabola that we have traced here, the vertex minus k, 20. Red graph को reject करना है तो minus k, 20. The vertex of horizontal parabola should not lie inside the white parabola. If the point is inside the white parabola, you will be getting the red graph, which is not the answer. I don't want it. I want 4 points of intersection. So I don't want the vertex to be inside white parabola. So, okay, fine. I'll say that if I put minus k, 20, or if I take the point minus k, 20, then with respect to the vertical parabola, the point must not lie inside the parabola. Okay. What about the green one? Yes, green is possible, but I'll have to verify कि 4 points of intersection आते हैं कि नहीं. And if it is outside the parabola, white parabola, 100% the answer will be taken. So I said, okay, now let us go ahead and check for the calculation. What we have to do is, now the vertex that you are getting is minus k, 20. It must lie outside which parabola? So the parabola is y is equals to x square minus k. Or you can write it as x square minus y plus k equals to 0. अब देखो horizontal parabola है तो how you are going to say that the point is outside the parabola? If you compare it with x square minus 4ay equals to 0, then for the point to be outside the parabola, we get the condition x square minus 4ay should be greater than 0. This has to be greater than 0. If it is turning out to be positive, the point will be outside the parabola. Equal to 0 pe point will be on the parabola, right? So I'll have to solve these two cases. Greater than 0, complete answer लेंगे. Equal to 0 वाले को verification के लिए ले जाएंगे. ठीक है? And याद रखिए k is positive in the whole question. So we have to make sure negative values, 0 values नहीं लेनी है. ठीक है, चलिए start करते हैं. So I'm going to put the coordinates over here and then I'm going to put it greater than equal to 0. What is x minus k? So it will become k square minus y को लिखा 20 and minus k. Right? What I want is it should be greater than 0. Equals to 0 भी हम अलग से जरूर से solve करेंगे. पहले greater than 0 को solve करके k का value shortlist करते हैं. So what do you want? You factorize this one. Factors, let us check. K minus 5 into k plus 4. I hope these are the factors that we will be getting. From here, because k is already positive in the question, the answer to this inequality turns out to be k greater than 5. So this is definitely the answer. इसके लिए आपको बिल्कुल नहीं सोचना है कि लिया जाए या ना लिया जाए. We will definitely be taking it as the answer, right? So 4 points of intersection 100% आ रहा है. But what happens when you consider equality wala case? So we have here k minus 5 into k plus 4 equals to 0. K को positive लेना है तो I took the value of k as 5. ठीक है? K is equals to 5. But when you take k is equals to 5 implies the point, the vertex that I'm getting is minus 5, 20. This is the vertex. Now I just need to find out कि if the vertex is on the white parabola, यानी ये जो green parabola हमने लिया, ठीक है, हम इस situation की बात कर रहे हैं. If the vertex is on the white parabola, then how many points of intersection will we be getting between the two parabolas? अब आप क्या कर सकते हो इसे आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए? देखो एक बहुत ही सिंपल, जिसमें कैलकुलेशन भी नहीं होगा, सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट अगेन आई एम यूजिंग व्हिच वी लर्न फॉर जेईई एडवांस एज वेल. कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट मैं यूज करने जा रही हूँ? मैं एक्चुअली जा रही हूँ दो पैराबोलास को सॉल्व करने. बेसिकली आप क्या चाहते हो? ठीक है, इसे मैंने होल्ड किया एक बार स्टार मार्क करके एंड आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू गो फॉर द वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ समथिंग. ठीक है, हमारे पास दो पैराबोलास थे. कौन कौन से दो पैराबोलास थे? So the two parabolas were one was y is equals to x square minus k, and the second one is x plus k is equals to 2 times y minus 20 ka whole square. Correct? Okay. What you want to do in the question is you want 4 points of intersection between these two curves. अब normally अगर आप parabolas नहीं trace करते हो, and if you don't want to go by the method which I was doing earlier, like checking the vertex whether it is lying inside the parabola or outside the parabola, अगर आप उस process पे नहीं जाते हो तो आप क्या करोगे? You are going to solve these two equations, right? I'm going to make it like x plus k. On the right hand side 2 times y को I replaced with x square minus k minus 20 whole square. Correct? This is what I will be getting. ठीक है, this is a biquadratic equation. It's a biquadratic polynomial equation, right? It's a biquadratic equation, I can say. It's a biquadratic equation. It's a polynomial equation that we are getting here. And in this polynomial equation, we have real coefficients. K is a real positive number, positive integer. All of the coefficients are also real. So we have real coefficients in this biquadratic equation. And for a biquadratic equation, we can have 4 roots. We know that out of 4, 3 to 100% are real roots. Okay? 3 to 100% are real roots. अब 3 real roots hai, so what can you say about the 4th root? The 4th root is also going to be real. You cannot have one imaginary root in a polynomial equation with real coefficients. Why? Because if polynomial equation hai, real coefficients hai, so imaginary root will always occur in pair of conjugates. So we can't have that situation over here. We will have 4 real roots. So 100% 4 real roots आएगा. अब 4 real roots आएगा, इसका मतलब मैं ये कह सकती हूँ कि in this situation, I'm not getting 3 points of intersection. In fact, I will be getting 4 points of intersection. But अब एक question फिर से दिमाग में आता है कि 4 points of intersection में ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कहीं green parabola is touching the white parabola. Right? This is what I want to check. Is it possible that green parabola will be touching the white parabola? Because in that case, I'm getting 4 solutions. So not an issue, 2 identical aa gaye, 2 different aa gaye, right? So parabola, green parabola, is it touching the white parabola? This is what I want to check. But wo to bahut quickly check ho jayega. How you can check that? See, if white and green parabolas are touching each other, then at the point of contact, let this point be P. At the point of contact P, both parabolas must have same dy by dx value. Correct, na? They must have the common tangent if they are touching each other. But look at the two parabolas. At the point P, for the green parabola, dy by dx will have the value infinite. The parabola is horizontal. So when you are talking about the green parabola, the tangent at its vertex is going to be parallel to y-axis. But when you look at white parabola, at the point P, the tangent is 100% not parallel to y-axis. I did not even calculate. I know the graph of the parabola from which I can easily conclude that because vertex आपके पास या फिर ये vertical parabola है, so it will never have a tangent whose slope will be infinite. उसका tangent कभी भी parallel to axis of parabola नहीं आता है, right? So that is why at the point P, for the white parabola, I will not be getting the tangent line having slope infinity. So it is very much clear that at the point P, the two parabolas are not touching each other. So now they are not touching each other and we have 4 solutions for this equation. क्यों हमने conclude किया 4 solution है? क्योंकि 3 तो दिख ही रहे थे. अब 4th solution भी आ चुका है and all the 4 are real different. 4 real different का मतलब, yes, the parabolas are intersecting in 4 real different points. So that means k equals to k equals to 5, the positive integral value of k, 5, must also be taken as the answer. We will have to take k equals to 5. We will have to take k greater than 5 as well. So these two together gives me the condition that k will be greater than or equals to 5. ये condition से मुझे क्या पता चलता है? This is the condition for the two parabolas to intersect in 4 real different points. ठीक है? So if you want two parabolas to intersect in 4 real and different points, k has to be greater than equals to 5. Secondly, both or in fact all 4 points are concyclic and having the radius of the circle at most 21 के लिए हमने already उसे solve किया. The condition was k less than equals to 280. So when we talk about all the conditions being satisfied together, when all the conditions are satisfied together, what we can interpret is k finally is greater than or equals to 5 but less than or equals to 280. है ना, हमारे पास k की जो वैल्यूज आएगी वो क्या आ जाएगी, closed 5 to 280 closed. Well, what was the question now? Let us go back to the question and see what exactly we have to find out in the question. अभी तो हमने k की वैल्यूज को शॉर्टलिस्ट करके k की वो सारी पॉजिटिव इंटीग्रल वैल्यूज को we have shortlisted which are satisfying all the conditions given in the question. But now I have to answer the question. Find the sum of the least element of the set S. Set S is actually containing all the values of k and the greatest element of S. So can you see what is the least value of k in the set and the greatest value of k in the set? So I'm going back and writing down the sum of the least value and the greatest value, and the sum turns out to be 285. So here is the answer that we have for the question. So hope you have enjoyed this question, and along with this question you must have revised many important concepts. Each and every concept is important for JEE Advance. Okay? So thank you all of you. Let's see or let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.